Hi there, welcome to the Pilates lockdown. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction to Pilates. I'm going to give you 6 moves which are fairly easy to do. These are all quite basic. Pilates can be as easy or as hard as you want it. So let's go. So the first one is called the roll down, and the roll down is just to mobilise the spine and mobilise the hamstrings. So you're going to stand really tall, you're going to keep the connection through the abdominals, so think about just keeping the belly muscles drawn back. You take a breath in, exhale, you're going to nod the chin down, let the shoulders fall forward, let the arms go. You're going to bend your knees a little bit because it's not all about the hamstrings, it's about moving through the spine. And you're going to hang upside down here, just to wherever you get, don't worry about how far you get. You take a breath in down there, and then exhale, roll it all the way back up. And then you're coming up to standing tall, and be aware of your tall position is from the crown of the head, it's not lifting the chin, because lifting the chin is going to shorten the neck. So I'll show you one more time. We're going to drop the head, let the shoulders fall forward, let the arms relax, let the fingers relax, hang upside down, and then roll it back up, bone by bone, so as if you're stacking each vertebrae, one on top of the other, and again standing tall. So you could repeat that probably 8 to 10 times, however is comfortable for you. This is mobilising the back and mobilising the hamstrings, which is a nice one to do. So the next one is coming to lie on your back. So the next one we're going to do is working through the rectus abdominis, so they're your kind of six-pack area. And to work that, you have to do stuff with your head and shoulders up. You've probably done these exercises before in the past. If you go to the gym or anything, you're just trying to be aware of keeping your pelvis and your hips still all the time when you do this. So clasping the hands behind the head, bring the elbows in a little to soften the breastbone, and then taking a breath in. Exhale, you're going to curl up. So you want to keep the space between the chin and the chest all the time, so you're not pulling on your neck and you're not tilting your pelvis. And then take it back to the floor. And again, peeling the head and shoulders up, keep the space, draw the belly down, and taking it down. And with these ones again, you could do 10 to 15, 20, see however you're feeling on the day. But try not be tempted to try and come up any higher, because then you'll start to strain through the neck muscles. The next one is working into your transverse. So when people talk about their core, it's the transverse abdominals. They're the ones that matter when it comes to supporting your back. And to work those, you have to do things with your legs up. So what you're going to do is, keeping your arms down by your side, you're going to bring one leg up to a 90-degree angle bend. So your knees roughly in line with your hip bone. Keep the pelvis nice and still, and then bring the other leg up and hold it there. So you just want to keep that nice steady, so even having your legs up, you should already feel the abdominal muscles tighten. And then if that feels okay, you're going to try and dip one leg down. Now as you dip the leg down, you're not going to let the back move, and then coming back up and dipping the other leg. So it doesn't look like much, but if you're in the right position and you're doing it correctly, you should feel a really strong workout through the transverse abdominis. Just watch, if the leg's going down, you feel your back starting to move, then you're taking your leg too low. So you might just get to about there. So with this one, 5 on one leg, 5 in the other, and then you can work up and take a few more if you wish. And then bring the feet down. So now to release all that out, we do something called shoulder bridge. And shoulder bridge is now just going to lengthen. So all the abdominal work you do in class, you want to then stretch those muscles out. If not, you're going to end up with a shortening here, which in turn pulls at the back. So you're going to bring your feet in line with your sit bones. Wiggle your shoulders down, nod the chin down, and you're going to press your lower back into the floor. So you're tilting the pelvis, hollow the tummy, and then you're going to peel the spine, send the knees forward and rising up. With this one, you're not trying to come up really high, so keep the ribs quite heavy, just into that long line, and then rolling bone by bone by bone, wheeling down through the spine until you come back into that position when you're on the sacrums on the floor. And again, tilt, send the knees forward, think about leading with the pubis bone, and then wheel down through the spine, and then release. And that's a really nice one to do to stretch out through the abdominals. Again, 6 to 8 of those. On to the tummy. So anyone that's got any disc issues, or again just a really nice one to stretch through the back. So you're going to take the legs apart, turn them out, and bring your thumb and forefinger together and make this little triangle position. Nod your head down and have that triangle kind of roughly at the forehead or just a little bit further forward if you know that your back's tight. From here, I'm going to let the head and shoulders float up, shoulders down, and then just keep it coming, and you're coming all the way up, looking straight ahead of you, and then soften the elbows as you make your way down, elbows go wide. So with this one, what you're trying not to do is use your shoulders. So it's not about the arms, it's not about the shoulders are staying down. When you're coming up and down, pause on your elbows, so then you know that you've actually used your back, and then keep the shoulders coming down the back, and then that's when you press into the hands. And if you do feel like it's a strain and you can't straighten your arms, take your hands further forward, and that's going to give you a little bit more release. And then coming down. Back you come, and from that one, you come and have a stretch out. So drop the buttocks down towards the heels, stretch your arms forward, and this is a nice stretch in itself. Don't worry if you can't get all the way down, you can be here, okay? If you feel it's really uncomfortable, you can put like a little pillow in between your feet and your buttocks, and just hold that there and just get a nice stretch in the back. Okay, the last one I'm going to do is grab a pillow, plonk it on your mat. So this is a really nice one to do if you are on the computer all day and you're forward all day, so the chest muscles get quite tight. So you're going to bring your head on a cushion, you're going to bend your knees up in line with your hips, and you're going to bring your palms together. The shoulder you're lying on, just scoot it back a little bit. And then from here, you've got two options. You can either just reach your arm up to the ceiling, turn your head, follow the arm all the way back until you feel that nice strong stretch across the chest, and then bring it back in. So we'll do that one again. So you're going to reach up, and the most important thing is keeping your hips where they are, so don't let your hip go with you, don't let the knees come apart. And then coming back up. If that feels okay and you want to challenge it, this arm goes above the head, and as if you're drawing a chalk circle, round yourself all the way, turning the head, follow that arm all the way back, bring it down in line with the back, turn your head and coming forward. So one more of those, going up, turn your head, follow that arm all the way around, get that nice deep stretch in the chest. You can pause back here, then bring the arm down, all the way up and round, and bring your palms together. And that is you. So that's just a little introduction to Pilates, tiny little introduction. And if you're interested, come along to class. If not, good luck with the isolation. I will see you on the other side.